You look better now.
Oh,
Maybe
yay.
it was my connection or both our connections. I don't know. That's not like super loud.
It's a little loud.
So I'm at like the lowest setting right now.
Hmm. It should be fine. Uh, what the
I
hell?
I know.
Sometimes I feel like people just like get way too like psyched out or like just like the adrenaline of it all like just makes them do like crazy things. Like, fuck it, no, I can't do it.
I know. And I've done
Fuck.
that. I'm
Yeah.
telling myself that he blocked me by accident while trying to give me a favorite.
Yeah.
It was sad because he was kind of hot. So
Hmm.
he had a boyfriend though.
Oh,
Didn't tell me that till after like the first time I met him,
damn.
which is on me. I didn't ask.
Yeah.
So now maybe I'll never see him again. I don't know.
It's okay. It
Yeah.
feels like nobody lives in Iowa City that used to live there.
I mean, lots of people have moved out. Like half the town is gone right now because it's spring break.
Oh, that makes sense. I was wondering why my mom was like with my niece and my nephew. I was like, it's the middle of the week. Shouldn't they be like in school?
No
Or
one should be in school.
does everyone get to have fun like with their day except me? Like, why is it seem like everyone is like just dotting around? Yeah, I'm like stuck at my 9 to 5.
What you need to do is open an e-commerce store site, do a lot of SEO optimization, and then you can quit your job the next day because you're gonna make sales. Have you heard of this thing called drop shipping?
Are you referencing the RuPaul drop shipping scam?
What? The bookstore?
Yeah.
No, I heard a little bit about it, but what did you hear?
Just like whatever you were talking about, that there's like some like bookstore that she is drop shipping, but it has like it like carries like conservative books too that are just like crazy like conspiracy and like oh my God, like she is so off the deep end right now, it seems like.
Well, Rue is just trying to make some money. Rue is just trying to pay rent. And
No, she's like talking about how she's like preparing for the apocalypse and has like a steel like trapped bunker in her ranch. There's like some like clips from her interview with Call Her Daddy that I think comes out soon, and like some of like the clickbait in it is insane. I haven't seen the context for it, but at one point she's like, people don't know this, and I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I drop acid every single weekend. And I'm like, well, that explains a lot.
RuPaul
Yeah,
is doing acid every weekend?
I guess. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, no wonder she's doing some weird, crazy stuff. Hello, you have brain damage and a lot of money.
He's
What
like
a life.
going crazy.
I wonder who the executors of the estate are. I wonder who's like RuPaul's medical power of attorney. Is it Michelle Visage? I can
Maybe.
see. Or the
Well,
hilarious Ross Matthews.
evidently Michelle Visage is the new host of Drag Race Down Under, which I
Mm.
had no idea. I was like, wait, what? Like RuPaul's just like, I'm tired of this one, you can have it.
RuPaul said, "We have a new budget and I'm not in it." Michelle, what are you doing when you're not filming season whatever?
Well, that's what I'm like. Well, it's like some people were like, oh my God, well, she was busy like spending 9 months like figuring out this drop shipping scheme. Like, of course Michelle had to host this season of Down Under.
RuPaul didn't do anything. RuPaul got a team together through his network and they built the freaking thing. And then he just showed up one day to record the commercial. I doubt RuPaul spent time on the computer putting this library together other than like some meetings and maybe like an idea.
No, yeah, for sure.
Unlike Nicki Minaj, who made her album cover on Midjourney or whatever, she
That's
was doing the
funny.
work. Oh, speaking of which, are you following any of the royal palace picture, fake picture, Kate Middleton?
Yeah, where is Kate?
She's not in Riverside. I'll tell you that.
My boyfriend said like she's recovering from her BBL surgery, but I'm like, why would she get a BBL?
I mean, have you seen her from behind?
You can't get a BBL if you have no fat to transfer.
Well, I'm sure the royal family can find people with plenty of fat to transfer. Or is
That
that
sounds
toxic?
so stupid.
Well,
I
maybe,
don't think that they could even like I don't think they would ever even allow that. Like there's no way like the Royal Guard is just gonna be like, oh, of course you can go get a BBL, one of the most dangerous surgeries like known to mankind. And then you're gonna be like in recovery for 2 months that we can like of course so easily explain.
maybe this is a new BBL. It's a British butt lift. So they're filling her up with beans and toast, or what do British people like? They're
Mm,
filling her up with feathers.
cavities,
They're filling her up with one of the queen's tooth,
silver bullets.
silver bullets, the family gold. The secret coordinates to the royal treasure are going to be in Kate's butt. And only Prince William can get in there.
It's like
Whoa.
the British version of anything sounds so much worse. Like the British version of a BBL sounds like a BBL that got infected. It's just like so incest coded. I don't know.
It sounds like something Doctor Who already did.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah, if I were to get shady surgery, I don't know that I would do it in on my butt.
No, fuck no. That's crazy. And like a BBL, that's way too much.
No, well, that's the joke, but really, who knows where she is?
Yeah, true. I would love to know. Like, where could she be?
Well, she's either in the hospital or just like recovering privately like she wanted.
But then
Facelift.
someone was saying like, oh, like maybe they're getting a divorce and that's why like she hasn't been seen in public. But I don't like really know why. Like, where would she be?
Why would they like fabricate this medical story to hide something? It feels like it would be easier to just hide her.
It'd be really funny if they just tried to get like a stunt double and like put like a Kate Middleton wig on.
A la Avril Lavigne. I mean, the concept's proven.
Yeah, something like that.
I have a conspiracy theory that there's like a high-end luxury service for people who can afford it to fake their own deaths and then like go be normal somewhere else. Kind of like a reverse witness protection program, like a privileged
Yeah.
protection program, celebrity protection program.
Isn't that what that guy did who was married to the woman in the Tiger King documentary?
I haven't seen all of it. Don't spoil it. I have no idea.
The documentary that's 6 years old now.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. It was good. Just
Carol Baskin's husband, I like everyone thinks he's actually alive. He just like is in Puerto Rico and doesn't want to see her again.
so this guy,
Hmm.
you might have heard of him. He like raped some woman, several women, and then fled the country, but like faked his death. And they found him in Europe like tens of years later. This is happening now. So they are trying to extradite him to the US to do this, to do the trial, because like he has these accusations. He faked his death, like legit, like took steps to fake his death, according to what they're saying. And now he's back with a vengeance.
That's weird.
Oh, and get this, like even after he faked his death, he like continued to sexually abuse people. So yeah, he's just like a
Oh,
serial rapist.
oh, yeah. I guess that's not very fierce, but it could be if you are less evil about it.
Faking your death for the bit, or faking your death for like a YouTube video or a TikTok, that's cool. But like when you're doing it because you're hurting people and you're just literally running from your crimes, it's a little shady.
Also, like committing like really heinous crimes. Um, yeah, I guess. But that just always goes back to like those people who go to plastic surgeons and they're like, I want this, this, and this done. And the plastic surgeons are like, the only people who want those things done, those procedures, are people who are on the lam because they've committed serious atrocities. So no, you're
Yeah.
not getting that done. Which is so funny to think about. The plastic surgeon being like, "You want the outlaw special, really?"
What did you do? Oh, guess what? I have news. I'm not sober anymore. Not that I was 100%,
Yippee!
but yeah, I'm just having some fun. It's St. Patrick's Day this weekend.
I know. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I like it because there's a skull man on it.
Yeah.
And this is what my homeless friend used to drink, so it has to be good.
Dang it. He has expensive taste, huh? Broke with expensive taste.
Nobody said he was broke.
My brother, he would always drink like malt liquor, like Mickey's, those 40s in the plastic bottle.
The dude's name was Nicholas Rossi, by the way.
Which dude?
The rapist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Well, that's good to know.
Mhm. Oh, okay. So this TikTok ban, are we safe?
I just like don't really understand. Like they want to get rid of TikTok just so they can make sure that we're not seeing what's happening in Palestine. I don't get it.
That's what some people say, that this is motivated by the government trying to control what we see. What they're saying is that, oh, the Chinese government is controlling this and spying on our people. So they need to sell it, like sell the American TikTok to an American company or whatever. Which I agree with you that this feels more like a takeover, or like a, so it's serving the interest of an American media company who is missing out on the pie. And also, it would be nice to have the control and the data as the US government. So they're forcing the company owner to give it up, basically.
Well, that's what I'm like so confused. Like I thought all these people who wanted like free speech and like all this other stuff, like weren't they against the government like spying on them? Like, wouldn't they much rather have a government from across the globe like looking in on their stuff? Why would you want your like the CIA to know what you're doing on TikTok?
Like they already do.
Also that. You probably also just want the money.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's more about the revenue money. Because let's
That
face it, if
is
any
fair.
country wanted like internet data, you can literally just buy it. And these hackers can probably literally steal it.
Like how we don't have money for universal healthcare, but we have money to bomb the Gaza Strip and privatize TikTok in America. Like what? You don't need to do that.
Can we build a road
Can we build a bridge and get over it?
or 5 billion bridges that we need rebuilt?
Yeah, also
Like,
that.
literally? The question is, how many bridges need to collapse for them to fix them?
Mm,
Or maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe how many bridges do we need left? Well, this is one thing that both the left and right sides can agree on, is that TikTok ban is bad.
true.
Because yeah, there's a lot of weirdo extremists from both sides on TikTok.
It's also weird that there's a few radical people within like Congress, but then like something really weird like this comes up and like they never really clarify why they're just going along with it. I'm like, oh, okay, so you're just kind of like, yeah, that's fine. Like you're not gonna explain like what the reasoning behind it is, or I nearly lost you there. What does AOC have to say about this?
She's been really quiet lately. I know I saw this one representative, oh, I forget his name, Liberal Core, and he was saying that he's voting no on the TikTok ban. I didn't watch the rest of the video, but I liked it. So he's cool. I haven't seen AOC's take on it, but I haven't looked it up, and I don't really see political videos on my talk. I have a
Same.
very well curated For You page. So
Yeah, I have cleansed my TikTok of most political things. After the DNC rigged the caucus, I just gave up trying. Like, oh, never mind. At least I found out early. Like, otherwise, I could have been wasting my life.
yeah, what are we doing this for? Like, what's the point of an election if there's really only like one option? Because the other one is already in office. Like, why can't we vote for somebody else?
Right. Also, how is someone who tried to go in and take over the government by hosting a coup able to run for president again? Why did someone who tried to completely dismember the democracy, like, how is that just like, oh, that sucks, huh? That he did that. That's so rude.
Both sides have different views of that event. Like, to some people, it's like, oh my God, we did that. We got to take the country back. And to other people, it's like, oh my God, that's scary. People did that. But really,
Yeah.
like, it's just a building. Like, it symbolizes a lot. They could have hurt people. I mean, it's already a big crime because you are invading federal property. I guess it's not just a building, but like, So what? They go in, destroy the thing. We don't have the culture to like decapitate people anymore.
unfortunately.
Right. Like it would have been not fun, but interesting to see what would have happened if that had gone further. Like what? I guess some people did say they wanted to kill representatives, which is horrible. Okay, yeah, that's a crime. That's dangerous. That's mean.
Oh yeah,
But then what? So you
I
murder these people, you
know.
go to jail forever, which some of them already are.
Which is like so like crazy that like the right came to that conclusion so much quicker than the left. Like, oh, if we just run in there and beat the shit out of them, like, guess what? Like, then we'll have the power. But that obviously didn't happen.
And now saying it out loud, it sounds a lot more terrible than like it is. But I think I'm just desensitized by history in general because this is nothing new.
Yeah.
Have you seen how the French protest? They're like throwing literal like manure on government buildings right now. I
Well,
saw a
good.
video this morning of like farmers building a cinder block wall in front of this government building because they're trying to get what they want, better farmer benefits. I don't know. In
Hey,
Mexico, a couple of years ago, some protesters like lit a door on fire to another government building.
that's kind of
They
lit.
didn't get in. Yeah, it was lit. Anyway, point
Shoot.
is, protesting in the US is really well controlled, which is kind of a
Um,
bummer, but also like not really. Like I like knowing that I'm going to a protest and I'm not going to get like hurt. Well, maybe by a police person, but not by
I was
another
gonna say
protester.
no, like you're going to get hurt if you go protest because we live in a police state.
That's where I was getting at. Like we're so policed. Protests are treated like invasions or like
Yeah.
terrorist acts, and they deploy this mini military basically. There is a protester here. Her name's Tara McGovern. You might have heard of her.
Mm-mm.
She was protesting
Mm.
and was arrested for like these BS crimes allegedly. So her and three other protesters got arrested in Iowa City. And two of them took a plea deal, but she's going to a jury trial, which started today. So she says she's innocent, and I believe her. Like it was a bullshit arrest. They were peacefully protesting. They weren't doing anything. I forget the charges, but like I don't think they did a crime.
What the hell? I don't know.
I'm never fucking doing jury duty again, man. Like that sucks.
How long were you there for?
An entire
Oh,
week.
dang. That was boring.
I'm haunted, dude. Like I think about that all the time. Like I helped send someone to jail for a while, and that doesn't feel good.
What was his crime?
Sexual assault against a minor.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you did a good thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, the verdict was the verdict, right? But at the same time, it's like they just pulled me in from the street and were like, "Hey, you help us convict this man."
The way you
Like,
said it is like they pulled me off the street, like they scouted me like for America's Next Top Model when I was at the mall shopping for jeans. Oh my God, you look like the perfect person to be on a jury to convict this pedophile. And you said, how did you know? And then you had to be there.
dude, no, literally, that's what happened.
And then you showed up and you're like, I don't know. I can't take the pressure of it. And they're like, well, don't you think at any job? Yeah.
Oh, I should have said that. See, like, if I knew what it was gonna be like, I would have said, "Nah, like, send somebody else in. Like, thank you, but exactly, like, I can't take the pressure of this. I'm leaving."
I have been called for jury duty, but I move so often that when I'm called, it's usually like in the last state that I lived, and I'm like, well, I don't live there anymore, so I'm not technically a peer of yours. And they say, okay, well, we'll find someone else. Thanks anyway.
But I do kind of want to go watch a trial, like, just for fun, because they are
Yeah,
interesting, and anyone can go into any courthouse and watch. So,
true. Like a petty crime, that would be fun to watch.
well, the jury trials are usually no.
Uh,
So the jail site has been down for like a week and a half,
oh my
and that's like
God.
my morning, thing that I look at with my coffee, and it's been under maintenance for like a week and a half, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if they'll ever fix it because like It used to be better, then it became what it was, and now it's down. Will it ever come up? I don't want to be the
Maybe,
guy who calls the jail and says, "Hey, can you guys start putting the mugshots back up again?"
yeah, maybe they're reworking it so it'll be more user friendly.
I hope so, because like the last update went from being more user friendly to being less user friendly.
Maybe it's a bug. Maybe they're uploading a patch.
I don't know. The site says we're under construction or under updates. I don't know if
You
it'll
should
ever come back.
you should look on the Iowa City Reddit. They know everything.
Really? Oh, I'll have to make an
Yeah,
account and ask them
that's where
there.
all the tea is spilled. Uh,
At
I miss
like,
Iowa City and cigarettes. They know
oh,
how to do it.
we're very smoker
Mhm.
friendly. We have tons of vape shops.
Yes,
I,
yes.
I went to this vape shop the other day and it was closed like forever. I pull up and there's a sign on the door that says, "Sorry, like corporate closed our store. We're sorry to let you go this way." And then right above that note, it's a handwritten note. There's a notice from the city that says, "There's a possible water leak because you have like unusually high water usage. Sorry we missed you."
No.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's my vape store story. Moral of the story is, yeah, come smoke in Iowa City. We gotcha.
Okay. Oh my God. I vaped on Saturday because I was visiting Milwaukee and Dustin was there. And oh my God, it gave me such a headache. It made me so anxious. It made my hands so shaky. I'm like, why did I ever enjoy this?
Good. I'm glad you learned a lesson via torture.
Like, there's so many drawbacks to it that there aren't in cigarettes, you know?
Yeah, I googled the dangers of vaping once. Never again. Lots of well produced videos. But what they don't tell you is that it's cool as hell.
Through like just like the amount of nicotine in a vape hit is absurd. Like, there's no, you don't need that amount of nicotine. It's like a nuts amount.
We like our drugs.
We like to party. We like to party. Literally, did you ever see that on Tumblr? The Brown video of her.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hmm.
Those were the days. That's what I'm talking about.
I actually saw the video on TikTok not long ago, like within the last year. So I
Mm,
was not from the Tumblr era.
so good. Delicious.
Yeah.
Wait, so have you been back to like any of the places since you've been back in Iowa? Did you see Venus at whatever bar they work at now?
Oh yeah, I've been everywhere. I've been to I've been to all the bars that, I frequently frequent. But I haven't been out as much. But yeah, no, I haven't been many places, but I've been
Listening.
everywhere. I've been to, the downtown. I saw the regulars.
Mm,
Sash Bash was last weekend.
yeah.
So it was the leather event
Mm,
of Iowa City, organized by Papa Bear Productions. Shout out to him, Rob. You're adorable. Lots of people came in from all over the Midwest. It's for charity, so Iowa Safe Schools got some money. I don't know how much, but I'm sure a few. And the basement of Joystick Studio was like a market. Like they had all these like vendors from Chicago and Milwaukee or Minneapolis, and they were selling like leather goods and underwear and poppers and like all this fun gay paraphernalia. And it was great. Yeah.
I love it.
The Travel Lodge, thank you for your sponsorship as the home hotel. There was a nice little
Yeah.
fun after party. The hotel where you stayed at last time you came here.
Yeah. Did it get freaky at all?
I mean, the freakiest thing was some guy was getting whipped with like this leather thing.
Oh, no, at the hotel afterwards.
Oh, I'm sure, like in people's rooms. Last year, I didn't stick around too much this year, but no, last year, yeah, people get their hotels because they all travel from out of Iowa City. But yeah, they organize their orgies and like Scruff and Grinder and Sniffies and all the apps are popping and lots of cracked doors.
Mm,
But not in the party room because there was a party room after party and they bring like pizza and there's red lights, but it's not like kinky because there's a security camera that goes to like the front desk, so nobody's trying to be
oh,
weird.
sure.
And it's
Yeah.
like 2 in the morning, so we can't be loud. No, the real fun
Interesting.
happens in the bedrooms, the hotel rooms, maybe the pool. I don't know.
True. Oh yeah, we never went in the pool.
Yeah, I wanted to. I was ready. I brought my swimsuit, and you guys were not into it, which
I know.
it's fine, whatever. But I don't know. I was
I
ready to jump.
always like I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited to swim. And then I like get to the hotel and I'm like, I just wanna buy
So speaking
these.
of travel,
Speaking of travel, what?
the solar eclipse is on April 8th, which is a Monday, and it's going to be really close. And I think
Really?
I'm going to go to Indiana or Ohio to be in, like, the path of totality
Hmm,
where it happens.
that would be cool.
The next chance is in 22 years. So maybe you should come with. We're not far. The Midwest, it's going through like the southeast of the Midwest. So Indiana's going to get covered a lot, Ohio, and where Chicago is and Iowa City is, we're going to see 80% of it according to the maps on the internet. But I don't know what that looks like.
Interesting.
And I want to be in like the actual like eclipse.
Oh my God. Yeah, I forgot that we were in that solar eclipse whenever.
That was not that
Um,
long ago.
yeah.
Was that during COVID?
No.
I don't remember seeing anything.
Yeah, I don't think I saw anything either.
Well, but this one, I'm not missing this one because I'm not waiting 22 years for the next one.
A twice in a lifetime experience.
This is several in a lifetime, but like, might as well do it now.
Oh my God. Just think about how gaggy it's gonna be when Haley's Comet comes by again.
When is that?
It happens like every 70 to 80 something years. So it should be happening sometime like the 30s or 40s, I think. It's gonna light my pussy up. It's gonna recharge my cosmic battery and ignite my solar return.
You know what blackens my hole? When they're like, oh, this cosmic event is like once every 100 some years or like once every 50 million years or whatever. Because I swear we have like two or three of those every single year. Like, nothing is
Right.
special when everything's special. It's like every single book being a New York Times bestseller. Every single star comet show is like, not the
I
eclipses though.
hate those things that's like this harvest scarlet midnight sun moon is not gonna happen again for another millennia. So better not miss it. And it's like you're like, what are you talking about? Like, fool me once, shame on you. But it's been decades of this, no more. Like, what distinguishes like a special moon apart from like the average Joe moon? I don't get it.
Let's ask a witch, a moon witch.
Oh, true.
No, my favorite is this. There was this video that was like, "Look at me, I made moon water." So like when they would just put water outside overnight, and they're like, "I made moon water," and the comments are like, "No, you made zombie water. Like, how are you gonna dispose of that? What's like you're fucked. You made zombie water." And the creator is like, "Oh my god, how do I undo this?"
I the brain rot in their hive mind is crazy because it will be like that on so many different like videos. They'll be like, "No, queen, no, this is really bad. Put that back where you found it," and it'll be like a really ugly rock that she's like, "Oh my God, I found this like in the ditch. Like, doesn't it look so cute?" They're like, "No, oh my God, put that back right where you found it." And it's like, but none of them can explain like why it's so bad or what's so bad about it.
We have a lot of fake witches and like clairvoyance and mystical intuition going on around because everybody has a crystal or had a crystal growing up. So they all think that they know the ins and outs of energy work by my
Mm,
course
mm,
on the
mm.
energy work. I get a kick out of those videos that are like, oh, I would never like open this box because it's cursed or whatever, or like, look at me, I'm doing some magic with a bottle and wax and I'm sealing this stuff away. The moon is legit though. The moon does have faces, and I only know there's like something to do with the angle and the optics that makes it look bigger. And it's kind of like the solstice. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The moon is just math. It's all math. That's how they know where it's going to be in a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what blows my mind. So I was never afraid of the ocean till those TikToks were like, here's 5 videos that will trigger your whatever mania, and one of them is like the ocean and big things, right? That's scary, but what's more scary is how fast and everything the moon's moving, which I'm sure I understand it's theoretically slowing down, but not at a rate that we've been able to observe to like fractions of a decimal for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like we're moving so fucking fast, like literally in space.
Okay, going off on that, that reminded me of those like videos where it's like all the speeds of Fitch, and then it's like the music is Dark Horse by Katy Perry,
Yes,
and it's
I've
just
seen
like a
that.
it's like a hammerhead truck going, "Are you ready for?" And then it's just like it just keeps going and going and going and going, and there's more and more fish. And that's where I thought you were going with it, but then you got really serious, and I was like, maybe
No.
not. The only thing that scares me about the ocean is a tsunami.
Yeah, when it gets on the land, that's where we draw the line. Like you stay over there. Tsunamis are scary. To think that there's always a bigger one coming, I
Like
don't
the
want to
way
live
that
near
the
the coast.
ocean works and that a beach works is so nuts. So there's just like a drop off of where that whole like sand, like where the land stops and like the ocean just is like empty. And underneath all of that like dead space is just like a shit ton of water that like just gets like pulled by like the gravity of the tsunami and just like destroys all those people and drowns them. So sad.
Yeah, dude, the ocean is like one of my biggest fears. Not like being in it, but just like as a thing, as like a superpower, like a destructive force.
Does
Natural
Mexico get
disasters.
tsunamis?
I mean, anywhere can get a tsunami. I don't know when the last historic one was.
Not
Because it is a
anywhere can
very
get a
like,
tsunami.
for some reason there are tons of earthquakes. Hasn't been a major one in a while. Hopefully it stays that way. But when there have been, I don't think I've seen one happen. That's more dependent on like the plates under the ocean. Because like if
Yeah,
the earthquake has to happen on water. So maybe the plate
yeah,
in Mexico is on land, and that's why they don't see as many tsunamis as other places that are closer to like plates that are in the ocean.
correct.
So no, is that the right answer?
Yeah, that's why I was like, actually, no, Ricardo, not anywhere can have a tsunami. That's not true.
I mean, in theory, it's not impossible. Like, what's a tsunami? A really big wave, or is it a big wave caused by an earthquake?
I think it like depends on like where the tectonic plates are. Has Florida ever gotten a tsunami? No, I don't think so. I don't think it can.
No, but we've only been watching it for a couple of thousand years, so
Yeah, we haven't had our eye on it for that long. Who knows what could
right.
happen?
Yeah, maybe we started watching right after the big one. But no,
Yeah,
you're right. Like tsunamis don't happen everywhere, but where they do, they happen often. It's like spring break. They always go to the
yeah,
same place.
I know. Well, that's what. When is California gonna be its own little island?
A few years. But I think so when I was growing up, I was always afraid of that California split off. But now that I'm not a kid, I'm like, that shit would probably take thousands of years, maybe millions of years. So it's just gonna
Yeah,
slowly back away.
yeah. It's like an inch per year or something.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that'll take a while.
Yeah, they've got a few millennia. That's what I'm saying. Like, at what like point in time don't animals like that get trapped on an island are like, oh my God, you guys, like it's slowly moving. Like we need to get back to the big land instead of this small piece of land. Because we're gonna get stuck here.
Ah, I don't think there are enough generations to like even pass that on because it moves that slow to us, to
Yeah,
life, I guess.
that's true.
Which I guess puts like climate change into a scarier realm because like we're seeing big changes in fractions of the time. Well, I guess the weather is like a little more finicky than the tectonic plates, right? Unless
Mhm.
RuPaul keeps fracking.
You know what's funny that I never really thought about? That coconuts are just buoyant and then they'll just travel the ocean and then land on some random island and then plant a tree there and then grow a coconut tree. That's hilarious. This giant hairy nut is just like traveling the open seas And how come like no sharks are like, I really want a coconut. Like I really need that vitamin. They're just like, whatever. No, I want to eat this license plate instead. That's so stupid. Just eat the coconut. How
They're just hard to chew, or they don't like the hairy texture.
a license plate is harder to chew.
Is it? Coconuts are pretty hard. Like, you could probably break a license plate with your bare hands if you really tried. But a coconut, mm, good luck, honey.
So, I don't know.
It's funny also how coconuts can literally kill you if you're standing at the right place at the wrong time. Because a coconut falling to the head will literally kill you. Like,
That's hilarious.
that's why sharks
Coconuts
don't fuck with coconuts.
coconuts are the comedians of the tropics for sure. Like, who are you?
They're cocoa.
Literally. God,
No,
love
but
them.
when I was on a couple boats over the winter, I did see several coconuts floating like way out in the ocean. Like, we'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" And the captain would be like, "Oh, that's just a coconut." Like, it happened a lot. They make their way. They get around.
They're so
Coconuts.
smart.
Yeah, it's like fucking pollen in the air, except it's seeds in the ocean. Eh.
I, wow. How come there's green coconuts and then there's like those hairy coconuts?
Okay, I think about this all the time. I don't know if they're like just different species or varieties of coconut, or if the brown coconut is just the green coconut after a while.
Yeah,
Kind of like the chipotles, the jalapeno, but older.
yeah. Kind of like when you get pubes through like puberty.
Yeah, exactly. It just hits coconut puberty.
Yeah, that's cute.
We can Google this.
Does traveling the open ocean hurt the coconut? Question mark.
Or we should have a coconut expert in as a guest.
No, we need a comment to tell us.
Yeah, like someone explain coconuts to us, please.
It'd be really funny if someone was like, I am a coconut scientist here. Actually, this is how coconut.
Plants are badass.
They really are. Oh my God.
They're so cool. And like they just stand there.
Not the coconut.
Not the coconut. The coconut travels.
Humble
Well,
coconut swims millions of miles.
I wonder what's like the dominant plant species. I think it's gotta be like some farm crop, maybe corn. It has to be
Mm,
corn, right? Like so much corn exists, and everything has corn in it. So
why not like probably like the grassy types of vegetation, right? I don't know either. But it's like so weird that sometimes like I watched a YouTube video on it recently about how like each different like flower is related and it's not at all what you would think. It's just because this due to what's that called? Covalent evolution where like two things evolve into like something really similar, but we're continents away from each other the entire time, but just like happen to arrive to a similar conclusion based off of what was best.
what's that called? Carnicization, carcinization, carcinication, where everything evolves into a crab.
Oh, true. I want to be a crab. Why not?
I mean, we kind of are,
That's true.
minus the exoskeletons and the other legs, but we have little claws.
It's still crazy to me that whales evolved from horses.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Like
Whales and horses,
seahorses?
no, like whales and horses are evolved from the same animal, almost.
What?
Yeah.
Big boys. Oh,
Like the hippo and like the horse and like the whale kind of like were like derived from like a one animal kind of.
they're like Pokemon.
It's
Evolution's
so
wild.
smart.
Like how life changes and just like exists
Yeah.
and like changes itself. It's crazy. Oh my god. Am I pro life now?
I am pro-life as opposed to anti-life.
Anti life. No. I started a garden. It started sprouting today. It's going
Really?
good. Yeah, I'm planting lettuce for my salads
That's
and
hot.
other things. Yeah, I'm gonna have an indoor garden. I'm so excited.
An indoor garden?
Indoor garden. We have these lights, grow lights for the garden.
How like Is it like a cube?
No, they're like LEDs. Yeah, 2024 is the year of the salad, and I'm
So true. I eat salads constantly just because I am like kind of not cooking lately. I don't really believe in that right now. So just salads are perfect. Want Chick-fil-A sauce?
no Chick-fil-A sauce, dude. So I went to the Walmart the other day, and there was an end cap by the frozen section full of Chick-fil-A sauce. So I'm like, did they move quickly and put this out, or was this all like a organic marketing scheme? Did Walmart like and Chick-fil-A see that it was trending and then put this on the shelves? Because I almost bought it. I don't even fucking know what
Dang.
Chick-fil-A sauce tastes like.
Random girl like really may have like created such a chain reaction.
What is it? Is it like barbecue honey mustard or
Um, uh, that's a great question. I'm assuming it's like some sort of mayo based like cayenne sauce. I don't know.
hmm?
Yeah, well, if they saw it at Walmart, they probably listed the ingredients on it.
I did not touch it. I just saw it.
You didn't look at the Chick-fil-A?
No. I support the gay agenda. I can't be seen around Chick-fil-A stuff. That's one of those weird ones that like gets away with what they do, but also like they're all franchises and
They
gay
can't keep
people
getting
like
away
it.
with this.
and honestly, like I mean, I care, but I don't care because I don't eat Chick-fil-A ever anyway. So
I don't really care. Do you? I'm on low battery mode.
yes. Nice.
Yeah, 316.
Hmm.
We didn't really think about what to talk about, but
What's up with movies? Like, what's happened in the last 100 years? I was talking to my friend about like how he didn't like watch as many movies as he used to, and then we were discussing like the future of like entertainment and media because the Oscars were happening, so we were talking about that, and we're wondering what celebrities were going to look like in like 10, 15, 20, 100 years. We talked about the concept of like a AI and AR like putting you in the movies
mm,
and the death of the Hollywood star because now when you're watching media, it's you in it.
that sounds a little gimmicky, I think. So much of viewing and spectating in movies is based off of kind of like worshiping at the altar of the idol or suspending your disbelief into like a story that is more narrative. And also, I mean, apart from that, most people, I feel like so many more people watch Twitch than people watch like cable television or like go to the movies anyway.
Huh.
So I don't know if there's really even a market for that.
Good point.
I think people just also like overestimate the automation of AI and just like how valuable it will be. Right? Like I don't know if it's really as valuable as people think. There are like really genius people out there that will think of things that no one else could think of ever, not even an AI.
True,
It's just
because
like
AI,
creativity is like unmatched.
right? AI is not creative; it's replicative. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what
It's
you said. I'll have what he had.
just the glory hole of like information, facts, and pixels. That's basically it.
It's all numbers, ones and zeros and ones.
Exactly. And what happens when the zeros and ones isn't cheap and it is what it is?
We always end up talking about AI. Maybe we should get a sponsorship from.
You always end up talking about AI. I don't bring up AI. I think about AI never in my day-to-day life.
I'm sorry that I hang out around the tech bros.
They're funny. I kind of enjoy their like stupidity.
Me too. That's why I like them. They're so cute. They're like baby hippos.
They're always thinking like, "Oh my God, this thing is gonna pop off." It's like, no, it literally just popped off. Like, what's those things called? NFTs, Bitcoin,
Oh,
all that stuff. I mean,
don't get me started on NFTs.
Now they're all worthless. Like we all said, we all warned them, and they didn't
Right, they were
listen.
always worthless. I mean, like, how do you not see this as valueless? I don't know. For a second, it was cool that some tech bros got into art, I guess, even if they were really into the technology. But that's process, right? And like, it's sad that some people got scammed.
NFT cannot be art inherently. So I don't know if they ever really did. You know what I mean?
Well, they did. Like, they were buying images, and
That's not art.
mm, I will fight anyone on what art is, because, like, if a banana taped to a wall can be art, a digital image can be art. But art
Yeah.
is so, like, it can be worth so much and worth so little at the same time. But when, if you put worth on it, you got to understand that market. And these bros just got fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fell in the what are those traps called that were used in the Vietnam War? Those pitfall
Tongue
traps or
traps,
something
booby
like that.
traps.
Snake pit trap, something like that.
Oh, I
Viper pit.
forget. Ah,
Hmm.
I blocked Vietnam out of my memory.
My grandpa would like run and hide anytime he saw like an Asian person because he was like, "Oh my God, they're here to kill me."
Really?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, dude. That's like serious PTSD
Yeah, it was nuts.
and paranoia. Oh, yeah. If they bring back the draft,
I'm just not going. Well, I think we're also kind of outside of the draft term because you have to be younger than 27, I think.
I thought they went up to 35.
Really? Don't they have enough people already like enrolled?
In most countries, you have to serve some sort of military thing at one point in your life when you're like 18.
Really?
Hmm. Like, they're not going to deploy you because most countries are not at like perpetual war like the US is,
Yeah,
but you just have to do some like civic duty a la military for a bit. It's not intense,
right,
but it's not basic training, but everyone has to like serve the country to some extent.
right. Well, that's what I'm
Mexico
like.
does.
How does Australia like have an army like or like a military? Like y'all don't do anything. They fight up the emus. Stop burning your houses down every time you see a spider, you guys. We
Yeah.
already have so few houses. You need to just like close the loop with the spider at end of shift and make sure that she's like done all of her deliverables and then maybe kind of talk to her about like ways she can improve her performance when it comes to her workspace and what that would entail and look like.
Spiders, like coconuts, can fly to islands.
Oh, on birds?
Well, they like shoot some thread in the air and it lifts them up like a kite, and then they go places.
Mm,
Or maybe they just
really?
travel with the coconuts. I don't know. It's like, what's that movie? Charlie and the Giant Peach?
Oh my God, who wrote that? Like, what a cunty little spider. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Bacon.
No.
I'm really excited for like St. Patrick's Day this weekend. That would be fun. You tell me if this is like a little too touristy, but the Green Chicago River for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I have to go see it because my niece, I was on the phone with my mom today, and my niece asked me if I would like take a video of it for her. So
Okay.
I said I would.
Well, I would be so down because I've never seen it. Even when I lived in Chicago, I never saw it,
Yeah,
and it would be a lot of fun. So,
I really have no excuse not to go do it. And Destiny goes to it every year, so we were already planning
really?
on going. Yeah,
No, just make her take the video then.
well, that's true. But
Or
then what am
she'll
I gonna
know.
do?
No, well, yeah, no, let's go see it. I want to
Oh
go.
yeah,
I'm so down. Let's
chill.
go shopping.
I think it's British.
Ooh. Oh, happy daylight savings time, by the way. How was that transition for you?
Amazing. I love it. I feel so good. I feel like darkness no longer has me. I feel like I can live my life once again, and I never want to go back to the way things were when we lived in the shadows day to day. That's it.
I'll see you soon.
You shall. Well, say good night, Rick.
Good night.